You ever felt like you've done everything you could to make sure that the situation goes exactly like how you set it up to be? And then life still comes by and inconveniences you. It happens. And we're going to talk about the inconveniences of life and how everything can be done in your best efforts and still not go your way. Let's get into it. Hey everyone, Jaquil here, and we're going to discuss the inconveniences of life and how they can affect at any moment, at any time. And I'm going to give you an example of a recent scenario that I had earlier this month. So it was 4th of July weekend, and I'm going to pay my rent. And I'm going to get money orders so I can pay for it. I'm old school, you know. I still like to go to places and I like to talk to people and get things, you know. I can always pay it online, but you know, like society, right? So I'm going to Walmart, and funny enough, I was actually going to go to Publix to get the money orders, but it was just the route that I took ended up taking me to Walmart. So I'm going to Walmart to get these money orders, and as I go into Walmart, you know, same old typical customer service. It's a nice long line, like it's about 7 people in the line. I'm a patient guy, like so I sit back and I wait. And as the line progresses, everybody's going and handling business. Doesn't take long. I get to the counter, and I'm like, hey, I'm just needing a $2,500 money order, and they're like, oh, okay, like, you know, like, hey, how's your day, like whatnot. I was like, oh, good day, whatnot, like nice guy. And he's like, he asks the girl next to him, he's like, this one got money in it, because you know it didn't work yesterday. And he was like, because I'll show move to that one. And like, you know, we're just joking about it, haha, like haha, so funny, like. And we go to process my payment for it, and when we go to process the payment, the you know, when you get the notification that like somebody's trying to use your card or anything, you know, you just got to notify your bank. I get the notification. I'm like, oh, yep, it's me. Like, I'm the one that's doing it and whatnot. And then we go to like, because you know, it declines, and then you gotta go back and then do it again and set it back up. So then we go back, set it up and whatnot for same $2,500 to get it. And the system freezes. Like, I have my card in, I put my PIN in, and like it's like going through, and then the system freezes entirely. And we're like, oh man, guess I should have went to Publix, huh? Guess I should. This is where I ended up. This is where I was. So like, I'm at Walmart, and then the system freezes mid-process of the payment and whatnot. So at this moment, it just, you know, take the card out, you know, like shuts down and like starts up, shuts down, and then we gotta wait for it to start up. So that's when like we're really just like kind of giggling about it. That's what I say, like, should have just went to Publix. This would have never happened to me at Publix, where shopping is a pleasure. I don't know where you all are from, but I'm in Florida, and we got like Publix and Walmarts and whatnot. But so like we're waiting for the system to come back up, and it doesn't take long. It takes like a couple minutes and whatnot, and we go to process the payment again. Like, just, you know, third time's a charm. Like we're getting there slowly and surely. And we go to process the payment for the third time, and it declines. So then I'm like, all right, let me just check. You know, I go and check my bank account and whatnot. Oh. So according to this, it says that y'all got it. Like, so, all right, nothing crazy, because this is what we're here to do. Like, but it goes through. System comes back up. Like there's no receipt printed. And he's like, oh, we're not able to, if it goes through on our end and we're able to do it, but if it doesn't go through, then we have to wait for the money to come back onto the card, and then like we have to start it over. So I'm looking at my bank account, $2,500 like withdrawn, and I don't have the money orders just yet. So I'm sitting back and I'm just like, what would you look at there? Now, in this moment, he's ensuring me that the money's gonna come back onto my card, and the money's coming back onto my card, so I don't really have to worry about that. And my thing is, that wasn't my problem. Like, that I'm for sure of. I'm pretty sure that if you go into a place and you pay for it, something, then you are supposed to receive what you paid for in return. Like, that's how it works. So I'm pretty sure this multi-million-dollar corporation is going to ensure that my money's going to come back. That's not my problem. The thing is, I have set myself up to be able to pay my bills in an efficient time frame. Now, mind you, I'm one to have made a few bad decisions, and they didn't pay off as well as I would like them to have. So, it inconvenienced like a little structure of the pay. And that's fine because, it's all about the adjustments. So in this moment, I've finally gotten out of a situation. Like, have you ever done this? Have you ever been like so far in a situation where you're finally like getting out of it that like you can feel like you can breathe again, right? So I'm finally getting out of this situation of how I've went about this. And I'm finally at this point to where I'm here at Walmart to pay my bills on time. We're good. Now, mind you, this is 4th of July weekend. So along with the fact that Chase is open today, I called Chase. I'm like, hey, like, is there anything we can do? Like, it says that it processed. They assure me that it's already processed. It has to go through on their end. So that way everything can go through. And now we're looking at this situation where it's not processed on their end, but it's processed through my end. And I have my friend here at the cash register ensuring me that the money's gonna come back. And this is where we get to the point of the inconveniences. Because not only am I standing here without the money orders, the money in my account, we're sitting here on 4th of July weekend. So that means banks are gonna be open tomorrow or the next day. And I'm going to be at risk of being late on my rent. So that means I'm about to get an additional 10% hit on my rent, which adds like a whole nother $200 that I do not want to be spending because, hello. So all of these things in one little moment hit me. Now I'm standing here in Walmart, no money orders. No refund, no receipt, no way to track it. Now, mind you, my friend here is ensuring me that the money's gonna come back. Like, it happens like this, like it'll come right back on. Now look, now we get it. That's not my problem. My problem isn't the fact of I know I'm getting my money back. This is a bigger question of when am I getting this money back? Like, how long does this process usually take? So he's ensuring me that it's gonna happen. It doesn't have an exact time. I leave Walmart with a receipt, like, printed up out of like, with his name, his phone number, and a brief description of what happened. And he gives it to me. I take it, and I have this. This is what I have instead of my money orders or the money back onto my card. And now I'm really sitting over here like, oh, so I'm supposed to say that this piece of paper is going to ensure that if the money does not come back onto my card for any other reason, like we don't want to go there, but for any reason, that this piece of paper can solve that issue. This is one guy in a store. What if I were to come back tomorrow or the next day, and then he isn't there, or his phone number? Now you see, now I'm spiraling. Now I'm over here like, because it's not the fact that this has to get done. It's the fact of I have to do it in a certain time frame, and I've set myself up to do it right here and there. Like I got all the money together. I came out. I came to this Walmart specifically. Was supposed to go to Publix. Came to the Walmart instead. And now I'm standing here with this piece of paper and no money orders. So now I have a couple of options. I can get highly upset that this is happening, or I can just believe his assurances that the money will come back on the card. Okay, let's go talk to my leasing office about it. Let's go talk to the front office about it. Tell them the same setup, and then my good buddy looks at me. He's like, so I'm over here looking at him. Oh, so this is one of those. And he's like, because if the money does not come back onto my card, then I'm going to get hit with this late fee, have to pay more money for me being on time, and the inconveniences of something else. Now, let me tie into the fact that at this day, I was actually going to go down to a performance in where I live, and it's just local artists and whatnot, like doing like a nice St. Jude charity event, which was really awesome. Great work. Shout outs to them. It's Boca Lounge, really awesome place set up. But I was going down there. I was supporting one of the local artists, and they had like a nice little show set up, and it was awesome put together. So this day I was already going to be doing this. Like, mind you, I got a whole night. Like, this moment of me being in Walmart is about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And, you know, like, I'm not going down to the show until about 8. So do this, handle all the responsibilities, and then, you know, go out and whatnot. You know, why not? And I have these options in front of me of me completely being stressed and just going, no, like, I don't want to. Now I'm not even gonna go. Like, I'm not in the mood. It's not. Or I can just hope and ensure that this money comes back on this card at an efficient time for me to pay this rent. So what do? I laugh. I laugh at how everything's set up. I'm talking about I laughed while thinking about the moment I left my house to get in my truck, to drive to Publix, but then take a route that leads me to Walmart. Fine, I'll go to Walmart. The money orders are a little bit cheaper here anyway, whatever. Continue on to have the system completely shut down. And now I'm just over here looking like, oh, I don't have the money or I don't have the rent. Like, what is going on? To where I come back to explain it to my office, and they're just like, and I laugh because isn't it funny? Isn't it just so funny how the setup couldn't be more perfect? 4th of July weekend, banks are gonna be open. Like, my rent is gonna be late if I don't get it. Like, all of these things, right? What do? I go about my normal day. Just do my little work, read, figure out how to sue Walmart. Like, I am serious. Because if I get hit for that $200 on my late fee, somebody is gonna pay it, because it ain't gonna be me, because I was on time. I set it up properly. I did it, and the inconveniences have me sitting over here thinking about how I'm about to sue Walmart. So, fast forward throughout the end of the day. I'm getting ready to go to the show, because I'm still going. Like, I'm not gonna not go. I'm gonna enjoy my night, because I did it. Whether the rent is paid on time or whether the system comes back on or whatever, I knew in my mind and my beliefs of how I handled the situation, and I knew for sure that I handled it. I did it. And I was not going to let an inconvenience stop me from enjoying the rest of my night. Get ready, danced up, getting ready for the show. Make a couple of TikToks, vibes before the vibes, And then I purposefully wait until I get down there. I purposely wait till I get down there to go and check my account to see if I can just pay the rent online. What do I see when I check the account? The money right back onto the card. The money is there. The whole $2,500 is right there. And I go and I pay it online. Done with it. Now, isn't that great? Isn't that fantastic? Isn't that such a relief? Because think about it. Think about the other route I could have took. Even with the money still coming back on the card, I still could have taken the route of going all day. I could have sat in that all day until, because I checked my account like right around like 8 o'clock or something like that. And I could have just like chose the route of just like all day until the money came back onto the card to finally pay it for me to do the same exact thing that I was already doing. Now, that in itself is what we all are able to do. Like, you've ever felt like you've been doing everything you could to make sure that it just worked, like you set it up right, you had it by design, you blueprinted, you ran the numbers, you did the tests, you did everything, you made sure. You even double checked it before it started. And then next thing you know, something out of nowhere. Something out of nowhere. And it's beautiful how yet I still, look, I told you, I still just went about my day normal. I just went about my day. I was like, didn't really even think about it much. Workout, little videos, get ready. And then I check it and it's there. Everything is okay and we are good. The whole point of this is to really show the effects of how what our perceived thoughts are will become that main focus. Like I say, I could have just easily just like snapped in Walmart. I could have been like, this is unacceptable. I cannot deal with this and everything else. And then I could have went that route. No, not me. Oh, well, what are you gonna do? Because what are you gonna do when there's $6.19 in your account and you have no money orders and no one's giving you the chance to allow this situation to process? So what are you gonna do? I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna continue my day as is. And I say that to let you know that it only gets better from here. Even if it's down, even if you're up, there's still always more that you can do. And if you keep your focus on the solid perspective of how things can go, then I tell you, that's the way that they'll go. And that's the way it is. I appreciate you all listening in, tuning in. If you ever feel like there's something small that has interrupted your day, or if you ever feel in these moments, comment below. Like, let's talk about like moments that we got out of those little humps, because life is going to happen. And it's not always going to be so great. But the thing is, this is why we put in consistent discipline action every day. Because if you do this, then these little inconveniences can't throw you off. They simply can't, because you've been trained and conditioned to not be a reactor, to be an initiator. You are who you think you are in the moments that you are in them. That is how that goes. So, be the best version in every situation. I appreciated you all. Stay blessed. Tuned in. Peace.